Let the synapse rest over the world where you're hanging weightless on the precipice. I'm going out on a limb where the clouds start to fail, wearing my heart like a stupid grin. Out on a limb, out on a limb, I'm out on a limb. You used to think I was someone special till you knew my name. Open the doors to invade my castle. Don't you feel it strange? I'm going out on a limb where the clouds start to fail, wearing my heart like a stupid grin. Out on a limb.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, May 22nd, 2017, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. I guess I'm trying to say. So we were working on a material yesterday. And we had it so that way it would automatically UV map axis aligned boxes. Or axis-aligned surfaces, could even be planes, with the correct world relative size and position, sort of size and offset. So that way we can make like voxels that we just have to put planes, and all of the detail would actually be mapped into them. This is the material. Oh, and we also did some map baking in Blender. So we took a not complicated, but a more complicated object, and we put a plane. So we mapped the geometry from the more complicated object onto the plane, and since the plane, that maps to a texture pretty well, a flat 2D surface, rectangular. So we then made it a map. So if we then see it previewed, actually let's flip to unlit. See that the normal map, which is the same as the depth and the mask, maps perfectly to the edge of the cube with whatever offsets, which in this case is half to 25, just for this one preview material. That'll vary based on the object we apply it to. And size there. So if we can set a size we want the voxel to be, it will then map to that size world relative. So we don't have to worry about UV unwrapping and stretching and all that sort of stuff. It'll just be done by world coordinates. That one took a little bit of time for us to do. It's a bit difficult for me to think in terms of the material editor compared to just doing it in code. As people who have been long-time viewers might know, I'm not too used to visual scripting systems and just writing it out. But it worked out. So what we're doing, is it possible to put symbols in the map texture? You can do whatever you want in the texture. The only catch is it needs to be square. We can't do any rectangles or anything like that. But yeah, if I want to draw like a 2 or something, or put whatever I want into it, I can. And it'll just appear. As that image tiling at whatever size in world units I care about. I might have been able to do this if I would have cared about BSP, but yeah. Oh. I saw the limitation. This can't move. Because if you move the object, the material is going to pan on it, because the material is going to want to stay in the world position that it's in. So we need to get object position to subtract it off. So let's see about that. WTF is. The object expands, okay. Okay, so I just need to subtract it then. Okay. Break links. Subtract. So what would it be? It would be end my start. Although we don't really care because it's going to be periodic. We just want to make sure that when we move the object, it's going to move the world position with it. I even probably use an add too, but actually let's use an add. we're gonna do object position WS. There we are. That way if we move the object, it will move with it. So that should work. Because if I ever want, for example, a fence to open or close, or a bridge to rise and fall, or the level to actually drop in from the sky, I want it to look like the voxels are all together and moving, not just like an object is being cut through a grid of voxels as it goes down or around or whatever. It would look like it was actually swimming, right? Like it was texture swimming. How do I describe that? Yeah. let's just leave it like that. Like it would look like it was actually painting. So oh, I can actually show that. So is this real time? Let's show real time. Let's do another ad. Actually, let's break link. Time. Shouldn't work. Oh, it does. I guess it adds to both. I'll do a multiply node. It ended up looking like this. Right? Oh, my webcam's covering it. Partially. So it ended up looking like this, where the object is. Let's actually make it even faster. So let's say the object is moving really quickly. It'd be like the object is moving along the grid of voxels versus like the actual voxels are moving in space, right? So that's obviously not what we want. This is closer to it, because then when we move the object in space, the value will move with it, right? Or do I want to subtract it? Yeah, we want to subtract it because we want, if we add 2, we want to offset by 2 the other direction. So... Okay. So you subtract. Okay. Now I'm going to do a test object to make sure it works. I'll go into our chessboard level. So I'm going to kind of box. What the? Where'd it go? I mean, now I know where it is, but yeah. So we're gonna then apply this material to this. So now if we move it, it should move with it. There we are. This is real time. Yeah, it's real time. Whereas if we didn't have that, If we break link, we'll just have constant b be 0. Which would be the same as not having the subtract node at all, because subtract by 0 is nothing. Then we'd have this weird effect going on. Which does look interesting if that was what we were going for, but it's not what we're going for, so, yeah. So we want to subtract the object position from that. So now the texture and material move with it. Okay. Alright, so this cube is scale 1, so I'm guessing it's 100 by 100, so, you know, a meter by a meter. So we'll leave it like that. In test voxel, we're going to set the offset to 0 and 0. So we're going to end up having a 4 by 4 per side voxel. There. This is what it's going to look like in our lighting environment. I can actually move that over into the world space here. And obviously this is not very interesting. We now need to add more to the material to make it, you know, actually do something. So here we go into the material. Break links. Okay. So then add one giant comment here. Get voxel fragment. Sorry, get voxel texture coordinate. Just gonna still here. Break the link here. It'd be nice if I actually was able to like condense this to a macro so I could just have a small little node. Actually, can you collapse? I can't. Crummy. Okay, so now we need to think about what we want. So what we wanted initially was to have this all be metal. If we wanted to, we could actually subtract the width to the center so that way they get smaller, but I don't think I want to do that. Matter of fact, part of me wants to know if I want to actually add an extra frame border here. Oh, that might look a little bit weird around the edge. That's what happens in the corner when you have 3 borders or 2 borders on the edge. Aligning. Make them line up without looking weird. Because the geometry going in, like outward, but you'd want to have a dip in, right? That would be kind of weird. Okie dokie. So, yeah, we're going to want to have, based off our reference image back here, we're going to want to have probably some sort of metal around and something diffuse in the center. The center being whatever location we want to pretend this is. So let's start with the middle part. So this is going to be the mask of our what goes between metal and non-metal. So we're going to do a lerp, linear interpolate. There we are. Okay. So then here we're going to do a route node. Over here we're going to do a route node. So white's going to be metal. Oops. Diffuse. Okay. I'm going to use this mask multiple times, but for here we're going to, whoops. Actually, first off, I can just have this go into the metallic map directly. And over here, it's going to be where I'm going to start interpolating. I guess I'll do base color. I guess it's black and white. I can just use one. Actually, why is it grayscale? I mean, well, I know why it's grayscale. I mean, why does grayscale actually care about RGB? Anyway, right. So then we're gonna have here as well. Then we're gonna have what we're gonna have, so the metal, let's have it be I don't know, what metal color do we want? Try gold for now. And then for the fuse, let's have it be should be a parameter. Vector parameter. Vector parameter. There we are. Bingo there. And then bingo there. You are going to be 30 full saturation, full brightness. You are going to be let's do 25. Let's do less saturated, but somewhere around there. Apply, and let's see what it looks like in level. Oh, I didn't set the roughness and all that stuff yet. Come on. Normal map. And then we're going to do we're gonna do POM at some point as well, but not just yet. There we are. Okay. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna make it more rough on the inside, though. As a matter of fact, I may even want to add some sort of noise to it, either in here or in Photoshop. Actually, probably either in here or in Blender. Blender might be the better way to do it than Photoshop, so that way I can just bake out all the maps with the same source input, so I wouldn't have to try to replicate it in Photoshop replicate using layer effects, applying it to multiple layers. Very not. If we then use POM, it will actually appear like it's going in. You see right now it's just kind of bumping weirdly. It's not actually going in. So here we go. Keep working on this. Okay. So roughness, we're actually going to disconnect, because we're going to be using this mask for a lot of different things. So maybe that's a lerp. Let me interpolate. So in the event that we are in metal, we want that roughness. In the event that we are not metal, we want probably a higher roughness. So probably, let's say 0.8. And then that will be our roughness. So in the place where it's black, it'll be 8. In the places where it's bright, it'll be 0.15. I guess it'd be much easier if we could collapse things into like a node graph like we have for blueprints. I wonder if Unreal Engine's actually even considering that. Have it be where you could have like, you know, like from blueprints, have macros, have expressions and stuff in the material editor that just kind of compiles over for your material. Seems like it would be a smart idea. I know they just recently added route nodes. It was like, I think it was actually this version, 4.15. They're doing 4.16 at the moment, though. Specular should be the, yeah. I'm actually kind of wondering what happens if you have roughness disconnected, what's the default value is, because it looks like it's not... It doesn't really look like it makes sense, to be honest. But... could be 0 for all I know. Right, so now we have to look at POM. Okay, so it just outputs the UVs and the pixel depth offsets. Okay. So let's right-click, parallax, occlusion mapping, boom. So voxel. Yeah. I wanted a sampler, but apparently not. And then we'll leave its defaults there for now. And UVs. That's our world position coordinate. Height map channel. Do they count from 0 or 1? Probably 0. Okay, height ratio. Oh, I need this. This is what I need. Height ratio, I believe I set to 7.5 in Blender. Route node. Route node. Pixel depth offset. Pixel depth offset. Offset. I can't talk, but it's better than pixel depth offset. Like I almost said, offset again. Can't even make fun of myself, right? UVs. What am I doing? Apply. The pixel normal WS. Is a problem because I'm in OpenGL? Oh, that's 2014. That's not gonna work. Before we go and switch the mode, let's check this a little bit. So what's complaining? Pixel normal WS. Okay then. I don't know how that gets DDX. Oh, that's the DDX node. Okay, right. Duh. No. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think it's going fine. So let's save, continue, save. Now let's try project settings. Let's go back to DirectX and see if that fixes stuff. If it does, then that's gonna be a problem to have. Go back to have to go back to Linux support. We would have to change our material to have it work in Linux, either by introducing actual displacement, or yeah. Yeah, don't be sad, Mir. There's ways around it, but you know. And it's possible I'm just doing something wrong, right? Or it's also possible that they, you know, will add that feature in the future, right? Some of the problems are some. Ah, there we go. So let's disable, enable. Disable. Sure, why not? Okay, now we close that. Then we do a save current. And I'll probably want to restart the editor just in case. Let's go back here and see if the problem was just that POM is not supported in OpenGL. Or a node within that POM node is just not supported. If that's the case, then, well, Epic will have to change something unless I figure out what the problem is. Probably gonna have to recompile all my shaders. And again, it's possible I'm just doing something wrong and it works in OpenGL just fine. I don't know. Oh, no, it's broken.
You can walk the path among the lines, but always know that you'll be safe. I'll be here throughout your days. Come find me and we will play.
So what's the problem with this? Invalid, no pixel normal WS used for normal input. Oh, is a problem that Parallax requires vertex shaders, and I'm trying to input a pixel shader value. That could be the problem. Invalid, no pixel normal WS used for normal shader. Okay. So the problem's me. So, break, link, break, link. Normal. Try vertex normal. There we go. I'll compile to see what it looks like in game. Where'd my mesh go? I definitely saved. Oh. Well, that's a problem. Because it's not the actual vertex at the... yeah. So I need the normal at that pixel. Or do I? Oh, apparently that might be actually way too high. That could be the problem. Apply. I thought it was in centimeters. Okay.
And you should let me run your life.
I got you now. Reference plane. Reference plane 0.5. because I have neutral gray being my height map. It's not working like I want to at all. So it still wants to clear. This is not this front there.
Because I do know what is best for you.
Let's look back here and see if there's any issues.
To freedom, broken and worn, but they will keep on in the moonlight, the moonlight. The pressure is on, the cold of the season makes it hard to feel, but they persevere for the end game, the end game. I can only wish that one day we'll find the one to keep. The journey is an endless one to the same love, the same love.
It doesn't have that. Be 0. Apply.
In the dark, they traveled to freedom. Broken and worn, but they once kept on in the moonlight. The moonlight. I can only wish that one day we'll find the one to keep. The journey is an endless one to the same love, the same love.
Oh, 21-2. There. Let's see a really big height ratio, see if that helps anything. Nope, definitely doesn't help. Okay, then let's try this. Oh wait, do I actually need to change something in my material first? See if something's just acting weird here. The reference point should be 0.5. Well, it wants to go in. You know what? Let's just try bump offset for now. Break link. Break links. Break links. We gotta do a route node. We're gonna do another route node. We're gonna do another route node here. Then we're gonna do just be default lighting, but yeah. Bump offset. Oh, the texture sample, yeah. Have you be voxel height map? And output there, output there. What's your problem? Oh. Let's do an apply and let's see. Yeah, that doesn't work. So less than that, so 0.1. How's it working? Just swimmingly. probably at this angle and this size, we can just deal with a normal map. Actually, let's see. Let's go to full screen for this. There. Yeah, the angle we're dealing with, we're probably not gonna care. Okay. So let's not waste. Texture size. Or shader complexity. Okay. Create material instance. Voxel 1. Voxel board. Sure, why not? So in here, we just need to set our voxel size to whatever we want. Let's say be 100 here, so we'll make them twice as big. And we'll assign this to that. And apparently we need to do a offset, but before we do that, we'll just, whoops. Okay. Does that always say the same size? Let's do 1,000. Sure, why not? Save. Oh no, that definitely scales. Okay. Oh, it's 25, wasn't it? Oh no, I was wrong. That was supposed to be 0, 0. Some weird aliasing effects, so. Probably want to desaturate this a little bit. Over here. Try this. Probably want a little more saturation, but somewhere between. So 0.95. I probably actually want to add a crease. Sorry, 10:30. What have I been using for any of this thing anyway? I guess in general, maybe rendering though. Not some rendering apparently. FXAA, let's try temporal. That's a lot smoother than FXAA. Less swimming RFX. Or not swimming, less A-listing RFX. Now, do I want to add a extra crease along the bomb there? Oh, hi Unreal Engine, thanks for the auto host. Well, hi, it's an auto host. Hi to all people viewing from the Unreal Engine. You understand what I mean. We're working on a chess game right now. Well, sort of like chess. It's not exactly like chess, and I'll show you why. So if we go to, let's go to King's Court. And if you've already seen this, then enjoy the let's actually disable some. So let's take 7, put it offline, 4, put it offline, and the rest will go. There we are. Because again, each level can be customized in really any way you want. So in this case, I have this group here, and we all have to not die. But the level keeps getting smaller. So every 10 turns, a row of the level will actually disappear. The lighting is off on this level, so my heads up is going to be a bit weird. So now I gotta make it such that I don't let any of these inside the center, because as the map slowly gets smaller, well, I want them to not survive. Should be this move or next move. Probably next one. Oh, maybe not. And there we go. So now we have one less row of, or one less ring of tiles, so we can try to survive in this smaller area. I want green to go away. Because not only do I need to protect center, I need to give myself places to move. Because if they can eat me or capture me, then that's, I lose a piece. And yes, you can set it up in any way you want, including having multiple spawns assigned to the same person. Or you can even have weird ones where, like, there's 3 people, and you assign 3 spawns to one person, 3 spawns to another person, and on, like, Team 1, Team 2, then have the third person have 1 spawn assigned to Team 1, 1 spawn assigned to Team 2, so they are actually playing both sides. If you want to do that, it's not going to be balanced. I'm not going to suggest it, unless you want to have your friends agree with you. But if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. Ha ders. Like if green wanted to, it's going to move there. And that would make it a bit difficult for me, but not entirely impossible. There we are. So now I need to oh, there we go. Now green can't get back in. So now I just need to move this down to prevent silver from getting in, and we're fine. It made a critical error. Now I just kind of need to keep moving here and here. And I should win. I don't think I've ever lost to AI on King's Court. I've lost to Andre Elijah back in episode 200. Come on. I can't move back down there because silver will get me. So I need to move in such a place that I can, yeah. But yeah, again, I can't really lose unless I screw up. There we are. And now let's play aggressively. Let's actually try to force them to No, I tried, Durs. So if I move here, green will have no choice but to kill me because it can't move anywhere else that it won't cause a trade. But I'll trade it. And I win. I could also try to force it in a place where I'd keep both kings, but meh. Is my audio desynced? See if people think that. I should actually have a box here in the middle of nowhere for no reason. Because I think I saved it into the level. Yeah, I did. This is closer to the lighting profile that I want. Oh, I'm gonna get the easy kill. There's an easy kill with AI I have where it won't play this pawn or this pawn for whatever reason. I'm not sure exactly why. So I kill that, and it has nothing to do, or no other option but to move in the way of my king, my queen, and then it's gone. I probably actually want to drop the lighting value a little bit on this. A little blown out. I'm gonna post-process one to make sure I didn't accidentally change the iris. Eye adaptation. Nope, it's 1-1. So maybe it's just bring this in. Try this here. Save current. Oh, right, we need to actually delete that. So now we can get rid of these. I might want to bring them back at some point, but for now, let's try to just do it with plain. What are we doing? Bingo. Bingo. There we are. And this is 31,000 by 31,000. So if we take a cube, 0, 0, 0. We'll do so 31,000. 310 times, okay. I thought we could actually flip the normals in this to make it inside. Yeah, it's only a box. Or, not a box, but only a, okay. so 310, 310, or 3, yeah. 1, 310. There we are, okay. There we are. It seems wrong. I could do mental math to actually get it correct, but I feel like guesstimating, so why not? Oh, I could just use that. So 300 by 300 by 10. Okay. Let's make this volume a little bit smaller, or a bit lower, I mean. So, 0, but instead that'd be 15,000. I just do 0 and then plus 15,000, so we don't have to worry about that. And then you and you, you and you. Then do a duplicate, move there, and have this be 15,000. Then rotate around the z-axis 9 degrees. 15,000 and 0. And the other one. There. 0, negative 15,000. And then rotate around the z-axis, oops, 9 degrees. And then we're going to have let's make a regular cube. 0, 0, negative 15,000, and then 300 by 300. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, that looks interesting. What? Create a new instance. So we're gonna create a new material instance. Here we're gonna call it M voxel container. And there. Now we're gonna have voxel size be 500. I'll worry about the offset later. And the parameter, we're gonna have it be, it should be the, oh, is it? Oh, I thought that was the parameter for the, shoot, for the internals, not the externals. There we are. So diffuse albedo. Have this be desaturated. There we are. Save. Was there a little bit of overlap? Oh, there's a little bit of overlap. Crap. So over here, we're going to have it be, this is going to scale up to, let's say, 40 by 40. Is that right? Let's do 30 by 30. I could do, as I said, the actual math I need, but, you know. And a box container. No. So 500, and then we need to have it be negative 1550, 1550, 1550. 1550, 1550. What am I doing? Yeah, 1550. So there, now we have the corners correct. Looks like a holodeck. That's kind of what I was going for, sort of, maybe? Not particularly, but get the idea. I think it's not going to work directly, but I think we are down to the ability to just change some colors. Like this, I think I could probably make blue. Materials, test voxel. Oh, M board, right. We already did that. Okay, so we will change diffuse albedo to that, or leave it that, leave the middle albedo. Is this working good or not? I can't quite tell. Let's see it in game. It'll definitely be a unique art style if I can pull it off, I should say. Probably want to actually drop its value down more than that. Maybe raise its saturation a little bit. There we are. So let's see it in an actual game, which means we need to save. And then drop back to main menu. Minimize everything. Oh, we're just about to end too. We normally end at 11 o'clock Eastern. It's now 10:59. Again, this is all a material effect. I was hoping to have it be parallax offset, even though it was kind of... Whoops. I'm gonna have to mess with the lighting settings a little bit, I think. It's a bit too bright and vibrant. It's almost like it's not quite rendering right. Should probably want to make the voxel slightly larger. They can also add some variation to the individual tiles as well. Like I could probably make some stamps where it's like a 4x4 texture or whatever, where there's slight variation, and that can be multiplied into the albedo for the internals, such that it gives a little bit of change, right? But yeah, I'm gonna want to probably do some things to make it a bit more complex. It's gonna give me the quick kill. Should I go for it though? Now, let's actually play it right. Okay, well, since you're not gonna oppose me, I'm just gonna kill you then. And that's not how you play a game. Yeah. So it's definitely a new art style. Anyway, we're going to keep playing with it next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.